Dave, Video Neophyte. Welcome to my life in Japan. Back at you today with another video. This is a tutorial on how to stabilize footage in DaVinci Resolve. It's really easy. I've been working on my short film. It's going to be another shorty, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes long. And it's a sci-fi one this time. Anyway, I was trying to figure out how to stabilize the footage. And I fiddled around with DaVinci Resolve and finally figured it out. And I thought, you know what? I just need to do a tutorial, show everybody how to do it. So I imported a little video clip into DaVinci. Looks like this. And when I'm all finished, it looks like this. Anyway, it's going to be super easy. Welcome along. Here we go. Let's get into the video. Let's get started right now. Okay, so let's get going here. I've imported a couple of different clips that are shaky for various reasons that we're going to start working on. But I've already imported those in to DaVinci Resolve. And what you want to do from here is go to the inspector, click on the inspector, open that up, scroll down until you see stabilization, double click stabilization, and open up the settings for the stabilization. Before you hit stabilize, make sure that you highlight the clip that you want to stabilize, and then we're going to choose a mode. Generally speaking, for when you got camera movement all over the place and everything else is moving all over the place, I start off with perspective and then go from there and see how it works. You have different modes that are set in here that you can play with, but for right now, we're just going to start with perspective. You're going to hit the stabilize button. All right, let me show you what it looks like prior to stabilizing. So this is what the footage looks like before we stabilize it all up. So it's pretty shaky. So come over. My clip's highlighted, hit stabilize. It goes pretty quick. I'm doing perspective, and you notice it zooms in just a little bit. That's how DaVinci Resolve does the stabilization, is it uses a little bit of zoom to do that. Let's see what our clip looks like now. Okay, it looks pretty good, but it's a little jittery, I think. I'm going to go back and let's try, instead of perspective, let's try similarity. Hit stabilize. Let's see how that turns out and looks. All right. Let's play it again. Actually, I like that better. So the boat still moves around, the camera still moves around, but you don't have all the jitters and shakes that you had before you did the stabilization. All right, next clip. This is like I kind of look at this shot. I'll show you what it's doing. The shot is like a tripod mode, but I'm holding it by hand. So the camera moves around a little bit and the frame moves around a little bit, and I don't want to do that. So what we're going to do is come over back to our tools, hit perspective. I'm also going to choose camera lock, and that's like putting it on a tripod. But what it's going to do is zoom in, and so make sure that when you're shooting your shots that you give yourself some zoom in room. All right, here we go. Stabilize. Whoops. Sorry. Make sure you choose your clip. Perspective, camera lock, stabilize, and it's really quick. DaVinci Resolve does such a good job of stabilizing. All right, here we go. Stabilize. Let's see what it did. Oh yeah, it's like the camera's on a tripod, not even moving at all. Okay, so that's basically stabilization. So you have some different options over here in the toolbar. When I generally try to start with perspective on something that's not a fixed position for the camera. So like on the boat, it's moving all over the place. The camera's moving, I'm moving, the boat's moving, the horizon's moving. I'll use perspective and unclick camera lock, and then you have different modes that you can go play with. The cropping ratio is how much the video actually crops. You have some control over that if you do not choose camera lock. So you can hit perspective and choose your camera lock and cropping ratio and do that up or down depending on how much you want to do with your stuff. Smooth, I generally don't mess with this too much, but it's how much stabilizing smoothness that the clip has. I generally don't mess with any of these controls too much, and the strength is I just leave that cranked up all the way. That's how much I want it to stabilize. I want it maxed out at stabilization if I'm stabilizing something. There you go. Okay, guys, what'd you think? Pretty easy, huh? You know, the lock mode is really good for like if you're doing black box footage and you're using your iPhone or something that's not steady and not a tripod. Because when you put it on that lock mode, it's almost like having it on a tripod. It just completely stabilizes everything out. But keep in mind, DaVinci crops your footage a little bit. So I recommend shooting in 4K. I don't know, 30 frames a second. I shoot at 30, export everything out into 24 frames. But whatever, that's another story, another video. That's all I got for today. Anyway, if you like the video, give me a big thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button, click the little bell notification, and you will be notified every time I get a new video put out. That's all I got for today. Welcome to my life. Dave, Video Neophyte in Japan. Ja.